So the themes I was interested in, and the reason why I chose Clouseau and Kenneth Anger, is to somehow look at how they work with experimentation, with color, with sound, with forms, and also with a bunch of themes such as fetishization of object and bodies, mysticism, occultism, or spirituality, which are themes I've been interested in for my research as a curator. Clouseau was known in the 50s and 60s primarily for his film noir. Very psychological films, but not formal films. And suddenly comes Inferno. Clouseau got very much influenced by artists of his time, such as Julio Leparc, for instance, that I invited to show works in the exhibition, but they are never credited in the film. But he just took out the techniques and used them for the very purpose of his film.
So first I would like to thank the artists and Martha for coming out. We have Pierre-Laurent Cassier and Michael Quistrebert, who have come out with Martha to do some research. They do very site-specific work, so we really wanted them to come out and spend some time in LA and do some research, and also give them an opportunity to present their work to you in advance of the exhibition.
This installation, called Pulse, is for me between ready-made sound installation and expanded cinema. And I think in Clouseau, in his tests he did for the movie, he had the idea of experimenting with ready-made objects.
This guy, Crookes, developed researches on medium and paranormal activities, and I found it funny to use this object he did to hand the space. So there is a whole technical equipment hidden in the space, in the walls, so that as soon as a small, fragile object starts to spin, the whole gallery space will shake and vibrate. And this is just like a last example, a last video, just to show what's happening when it's spinning, and so how I use the light to actually produce noise. So now it's only the laser which is producing the spinning of the object, the small dot, but then I will turn on the light, then you got the projection and it starts to spin faster.
So when the light mill is spinning, it spins really slow at the beginning. So you have a noise which is a rhythm, like doom, 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 doom. Then it spins, accelerating, and when it becomes fast, you don't have a rhythm anymore. You have just a drone, like. And so this limit also between the terminology on sound, when is it a rhythm and when is it a sine wave, and those limits is what I'm trying to explore actually.
These images were filmed with a very cheap camera, and is it smoke, shadow as well? What's the very matter of the image we see here?
It's some shadows, but recomposed. It's projected on a silver paint, so all the reflections are multiplicated.
So you paint the wall in chrome. Yeah. You paint a triangle in the corner and you project.
Yeah.
So it's sort of a fake, like let's say like a fake symmetry. It's not a it's a symmetrical work.
Yeah, but on the symmetry is you have to reconstruct the symmetry with your mind, because everything is every side, all the sides are disconnected, and they join in a certain moment, just in one time, at one time.
I think that's what the whole season Ce Cinépa is about, is to try to an attempt to find links, like maybe aesthetical, visual, conceptual links between Paris and LA. It's also what François Cusset, the French writer, mentioned in his book French Theory, is how Americans reinterpreted it, French theory, and making it their own. And I think LA, probably your CalArts or other institutions here, used a lot of the French theory to sort of make their own and understand the city also.